Senator Graham, let me just kind of cut to the chase here. Do you think that the fact that this man was a Muslim, obviously he was either part of some terrorist plot, and I think most suggestions are that he wasn't. It's looking more and more like he was just sort of a religious nut. And you know, Islam doesn't have a majority, or the Christian religion has its full, you know, helping of nuts too. But do you think the fact that he was a Muslim may have caused the military to kind of step back and be reluctant to challenge him on some of this stuff for fear that they'd be accused of discrimination or something like that?
I hope not. I hope that's not the case. But to those members of the United States military who are Muslims, thank you for protecting our nation. Thank you for standing up against people who are trying to hijack your religion. I hope that's not the case, Bob, but we need, his actions do not reflect on the Islamic Muslim faith any more than a burning cross by the...
I'm just suggesting that...
But some people are. Some people are, and I want to say as a United States Senator that I reject that. This man's actions reflect on him. And if we miss some signals about him that we should have known, great, but let's don't take this to a level that we should not. Let's don't accuse people of basically giving him a pass because he's a Muslim, because I don't think there's any evidence of that.
All right. Senator Reid, what's your thought on that?
Well, there are approximately 3,000 Americans, men and women of the Muslim faith, who are serving in the Army. They've been wounded. Some, I've been told, have been killed in action. Their record is one of service and dedication to the nation and selfless service. So I agree entirely with Senator Graham. This is not about theology. This is about doing your duty as a soldier. And also, I think we have to be careful not to leap beyond the current investigation. And I think, again, what we will find is that someone who has deep psychiatric problems, they're not unique to the Army. We've had terrible shootings in college campuses and office buildings, and those things are the result of, ultimately, of one person's psychological, psychiatric difficulty. The irony here is he was a psychiatrist. The irony here, he joined the Army as ROTC at Virginia Tech, came through the Army. He was not sort of just here as a transient.
Well, let me just interrupt you because I only get one final comment. The irony also is that why did he wind up there in that particular job? Do you think this is a sign that the military is simply overextended, Congressman Skelton?
The Army is strained. I've been saying that for some time. That's why we increased the size of the Army this year. But let me say this, Bob. We should not rush to judgment. I'm an old prosecuting attorney, and I know that it takes time to investigate. We have excellent Army investigators. We have the FBI, and they're as good as they come in investigating this whole issue. The truth will out. We will soon find out answers to the very questions that you're asking, and the chips will fall where they may. Right now, I think our sole concern should be those families, the military families, the Army families, and those that suffered injuries and death.
Well, gentlemen, I want to thank all of you for being here to talk about this morning.